Hopefully my rambling in this video won't be too bad, and I won't stammer too much. But I wanted to address the fact that I've seen a lot of people who say how Macs are really expensive. And I don't believe that. I don't believe that Macs are expensive. I do believe that they cost more than somebody's crappy little $500 laptop, okay? That part I agree with. And I understand the argument that if you get online, this computer that's in front of me and the computer that you have in front of you both get you to the same YouTube page to watch this video, and both let you do all the other things that you need to do pretty much. That's just browsing, okay? And if that's the case, you pretty much are going to fall into the same category that my dad initially fell into. But just like him, once you own the computer and once you've had a Mac and you see the refinements in the software, what comes with your computer, and what makes it more and what makes it better, you will see the value and you will not feel that way anymore, because that's almost a verbatim quote from him, because as soon as he had the thing for a little while and he just told me about how it just works and everything like that, and he doesn't fidget with it and he doesn't have problems anymore, and it's worry free and this, that, and the other after owning one for a little while and being able to mess with it. It's different. But to address the whole, it's costly, it's expensive, and everything like that. I wanted to just point out a couple of things, so bear with me. All right. First of all, I went through and just looked at some quick things. Okay. Now, you can also go look at Sony. Sony's another company that makes nice products, but and are going to charge a decent amount of money for good equipment. Okay. But look at Dell. Dell has their Adamo series. All right, we got a 1.4 $1,500 computer, a 2.1 $2,300 computer. They also have their new Adamo XPS, which is a 1.4 gigahertz. All right, and the price tag on it, you have to go into the store in order to find it, is $1,800. All right, and the specs on it, just real quick, was one of the things: 800 megahertz front systems bus, 3 meg cache, 1.4 gigahertz. Now, granted, they do offer 4 gigs of RAM in their computer, whereas these three computers were made to compete against the MacBook Air. Now, I do find faults. Apple is not infallible. Okay, there are problems. There are things that I wish that they did and added and allowed. One of them being a little bit more RAM. I mean, 4 gigs of RAM in the MacBook Air would be a nice option if you wanted to order it that way. But still, they didn't skimp on the processor. They're still giving you a 1.8 or a 2.1 with 6 meg cache and a 1,000, little over a 1066 front system side bus. Okay, so they're not skimping on the brain of the computer, and it's still a small computer. If you carry it over into the all-in-ones, we have Hewlett-Packard. After their mail-in rebate, you've got a $1,000 computer, you have a $1,300 computer. If you spec these out to match them up against the iMac, you're going to find that the iMac is the same. They're pretty much either going to be the exact same prices, or they're going to be within $100 to $200 of each other, which to me is minimal. I don't think that that's a budget breaker. Now, if it's a budget breaker for you, that's a whole nother thing. But if that's a budget breaker, it's a budget breaker. All right. The XPS, this is Dell's all-in-one design, and same thing goes. You spec them out same for same, you're going to have very close to what you've got in the iMac. But now that the iMac has been refreshed, we have a little bit of a different setup here. We've got 21.5-inch screens, and now this massive 27-inch screen. Now, the 27-inch screen is a 1440 resolution. That's beyond 1080p, okay, for any of you that don't know that. And you wonder, why would you need a screen that size? Well, most of y'all are probably toting around a 5, 8, 10 megapixel or better, if you've got a SLR, camera that's going to take massive photos. Those photos are bigger than what your current screen can see, and are going to be bigger than even what this 27-inch 1440 resolution screen is going to have on there. So if you want to be able to see a picture on your screen without having to scroll up and down and left and right just to see it, or you have to resize it and go through all of that. That's the way you want to be able to do it. Now, the screen alone on the 27-inch, just the screen, if you go price them at Newegg or anything like that, that resolution, LED backlit, IPS, that screen is $1,300. Just the screen. And here you're getting, starting at $1,700, you're getting that screen plus a computer, okay? A 4 gigs of memory, a terabyte hard drive. They're not expensive, okay? They've got more than what you need, more than likely, and if that's the case, then step back. Then you might not need that. But if you're looking this direction, this is absolutely the way to go. The workstations are another situation here. Now, I configured this one to be, because I was playing around with it, dual quad interfaces, 6 gigs of RAM, Windows 7 Ultimate, and then I get a compatibility problem here. Apparently, it thinks that 4 gigs of memory is as much as Windows 7 can hold. I don't know, but this is the T7500, okay? HP has their workstations as well. And when you look at them, that door comes off, reminds me of something. And then you look inside, all these nice hard drive bays. Look how easy it is to get to everything. That, to me, looks like another familiar computer, a Mac Pro. Now, this is the part where I think most people start saying how the Mac is more expensive, is because they want a box on their desk. And if you want that, honestly, Apple doesn't have that category. They don't have just a tower for the common folk, okay? They have a workstation computer, okay? And a workstation computer is going to be for your graphic design, for your artists, for the people that do video, photo editing, all of that. That's what this is for. So this is not the category for just general all-purpose computing, okay? But it is a powerhouse. Now, Apple doesn't just turn around and is not just making these profits or anything like that, okay? They're coming through, they're buying companies like Lala to expand and give you streaming music within iTunes. They're investing in LightPeak technology. If you don't know much about LightPeak, just a real quick thing, USB 3.0 is on the way out. And USB 3.0 is supposed to have a fluctuating capacity of 4.8 gigs per second, okay? eSATA, all right, the thing that runs your hard drives and stuff, okay? That is a 3 gigabit per second connection for data speeds, okay? The new eSATA 3 is going to go to 6 gigs per second. LightPeak is optical, okay? It's fiber optics. It's 10 gigs per second, ranging all the way up to 100 gigs per second. And this is technology that Intel is helping to develop along with money supplied by Apple. Apple's the one that is requesting LightPeak. And the reason that they're doing this is the same reason why you want to get a solid state drive. Okay, yeah, solid state right now is expensive, and it's not going to give you as much room as you would get with a normal hard drive. However, it's 3 times faster for you to be able to use, load, run programs, rip DVDs and stuff to them. It's the next thing you're going to probably be seeing in your computer. This is another one of those situations where the companies are thinking further down the road than what you guys are. They have to figure out what the next best thing is, and that's what they're doing here, and they're investing back into the company, okay? And the Consumer Reports, 2008, Apple's #1 in all the categories. 2009, Apple's #1 in all the categories, okay? It's just one of those things that they don't just rest on their morals. They turn around, pump out great products, and continue to fuel the innovation, okay? So yes, there are $600 computers out there, $700 and $800 computers out there that do get the job done, and they're still running Windows, okay? OS X is a completely different beast. It's got better programs, better software, it's built better, and it runs more efficiently, okay? That's fact. I don't really know what else to say. It usually is going to come down to that. When it's that close, I really just don't see any reason why somebody couldn't or shouldn't buy an Apple.